This program has got an awful lot to offer. It's been quite a few months back. My wife Nina had never been on a horse, and she's been needing some therapeutic help and different things. We've tried a lot of stuff, and when she first got here a few months back, she was petrified, never been on a horse in her life, and now they've got her where she talks nonstop, and she actually takes the reins and steers the horse and has him stop, and has just progressed so much. And a lot of that's due to Ralph and all of his people that help him every week. They're all so good with the people and good with the horses. So it's just an awesome program, and we need more like it actually, because there's not that many around. And so they're just, it's amazing what they do, and they do it anywhere from little bitty babies to, people that's had bad accidents, and so it's just a good thing.
Lawrence has traumatic brain injury. 7 years ago, on August the 18th, he was hit by a car. He was on life support, had a mandible, broken bones, multiple issues. He went to Randalia, Carbondale, Illinois for rehab. When he come out, we started horse therapy. Lawrence was depressed. His anxiety was horrible. He's come a long ways. When he first got on the horse, he was scared. He only rode approximately 5 minutes. Now he does the whole next sessions, and he looks forward to it every week.
Lawrence has traumatic brain injury, so with Lawrence we try to keep trying to give him direction, have him put things in sequence. And I told him a joke probably 4 or 5 months ago. The joke is, why do elephants paint their toenails red? I don't know. So they can hide in the cherry tree. I said, you ever seen an elephant in a cherry tree? No. I said, it works, doesn't it? But that's the joke. And I ask him to tell me that joke every week. And invariably, he may start out with, why do horses paint their nails? I said, whoa, wait. It's elephants. I said, okay. That really struggles with memory. But I keep trying to make him tell me something he's going to do, or 2 or 3 things he's going to do in sequence. And sometimes I'll give him something to do in the middle of 2 things. Okay, 2 exercises. You're going to do 3 exercises. The second exercise is, and I'll tell him one. And then he's got to stop and think, okay, no, I'm going to do something else first, and then do what you said, and then what I want to do, and trying to get him to show some responsibility for the decisions he made.
I got hit by a car. I died 3 times. I lost my memory, so I have to stay here and get my memory back, and that's pretty much it. I was just lucky that I was able to get back to life. It makes me feel happy. I have good dreams at night, and that's what I need. And that's actually helping out a lot.
Hannah is autistic.
Okay.
Severely autistic. With Hannah, it's more of an emotional lift that we're giving her, actually. She would be happy to sit and talk to you all night and ask the same question over every week. But that's just part of it, But she looks forward to coming and riding. And she has some balance issues with her feet and like that. Her ankles don't. We have to adjust the stirrups a little shorter than what I'd like, but because her ankles don't flex. And as she walks, you can see that she struggles a little bit. Yeah, her heels don't go down.
So mobility that will help with that as well.
Well, as you're riding the horse, your hips are moving, and it's the same. You get the same sensation as if you were walking.
Stone has cerebral palsy, so he was born early and at 28 weeks, so he was 2.5 pounds an ounce, and so he would arch his back, and he never did crawl. We tried, and he did walk in a walker, and so we tried different things to get him to walk, but now he's in his power chair, but he has cerebral palsy, and it just gives him tight muscles, and so his arms and his legs don't always work the way you want them to, or the way he wants them to. Stone has been in equestrian therapy since Ralph started. Ralph would tell us that I've almost got the barn ready, almost got the barn ready. And so we were just waiting for Ralph, and it's been 10 years maybe. And Stone has absolutely loved it. It just stretches his muscles, and riding the horses just rubs his leg muscles, and so it kind of gives him the idea of how the gait goes when he's supposed to walk, and just the warm body of the horse relaxes his muscles so they stretch. This is it's very calming, and it gets Stone used to being around animals and around horses, and so he's familiar with them. And Ralph's horses are very familiar with different types of personalities too. I would recommend it because he relaxes, he is learning a skill, and he does have somebody who spots him on both sides, so that if he leans one way or the other, that he's not going to fall off. I feel confident that they would catch him if need be, but he's just very comfortable on the horse, and without having to think it's therapy, he will work with the guys, and the horse does its job for Stone. That's great. He looks forward to it every week. He enjoys going and coming, and we get 30 minutes of therapy, and it just really helps him, and so it keeps him limber.
Jason is 17.
Okay.
He'll be 18 in July.
Okay.
He was born with caudal regression syndrome, so he has no pelvic bone, no upper thigh bone, neither leg, and his feet weren't formed properly, and his left ankle is fused in a downward position, and he had scoliosis really bad. He just had surgery 3 years ago, had rods put from the base of his skull to the end of his spine, and he grew 5 inches in that surgery. So, but he's doing really well. When we came, he couldn't sit up there. He had people all around him to learn to do it, and now he's doing, he controls the horse on his own, and he can go through all of the obstacles they've got set up, and he can beat anybody at cornhole on horseback. I can't do it on the ground, and he can do it from horseback. So, yeah. But he loves coming here, and he's made a bond with the horse. And they do a wonderful job here. They have somebody that comes and checks and gives ideas for what they can do to keep helping them to get them to move along. And he's my grandson. And I also have my granddaughter with us. She's traumatic brain injury. She had an accident in 2011. She was a senior in high school. She was paralyzed she was in a coma for over a year. She was paralyzed head to toe. She lost the vision in her right eye. She had a chest tube, a feeding tube. She had a collapsed lung, and she died 4 times. And they ended up taking the whole right side of her skull out. And to learn to walk, talk, eat, we had to go through the potty training they did. They said she'd be a vegetable her whole life, and she's riding horseback. So cool. They have worked with her for her balance and with her memory. And she's come so long, and it's a lot of it's to do with the people here, because they really care about the people that they have out here. I would recommend this for anybody. They've got a wonderful thing going. Thank you.
Well, I had gone to school to teach learning disabilities, and then I didn't quite finish, and my mother saw something about therapeutic riding in a paper, and she told me, she says, that's something you ought to do. She said, you like working with kids, you like working with horses. She said, you'd be good at that. So when the opportunity came, why, we started doing that a little bit.
And how long have you been doing this?
17 years, I think. It's very rewarding. It really is. Especially if you can change someone's life. And for some of them, it's just an emotional lift, but they look forward to it so much. Like with Lawrence, that was here a little bit ago. His mother said she has struggles to get him to do things at home. But he doesn't get those things done, we're not going to go riding. And then he gets them done. So,
Incentive.
yeah.
Very cool.
So my name is Darren Harpenow. My daughter is Samantha Harpenow. She's been coming to Therapeutic Riding Center since she was in 3rd grade. She's now 21, so been coming for quite a few years. We previously went to a riding center up in Fremont, and it closed. And then we found Ralph and Diane's place here, locally close to us in Angola. She's loved it, enjoyed it. Went from being a little skittish around a horse till now she's comfortable around the horse and starting to rein herself. So it's been pretty exciting over the past few years. It's a very caring situation. Ralph makes sure that all the clients are comfortable with the horses just to begin with, and then also that they're safe as they're riding, and having additional people available to help as needed, and just making sure that the client's needs come first and that they are comfortable.
So Michael's been riding with us for years. He's in high school now. Loves sports, loves activity. In the past has struggled with some depression, with some mild delays at school. Mom reports since starting with riding, he can stay much more task-oriented. Obviously it's helping with strength because he's doing well on track. Mom says at home he's much, as a parent would say, easier to live with. He just really looks forward to coming. He enjoys it. It helps him with his balance, and to the point that he likes to come. Mom says if it's over a long vacation during the winter months, she calls to see when we can start up again, because he just does so much better overall when he's been riding consistently. So he's doing a great job.
How did the horse therapy help you heal?
Well, probably for me it was, I wanted to get back to roping and be active again, and they told me I should never ride. And whoops, we're just trying to make a difference in people's lives. That's all.